share some statistics for you. Collabratec is, again, a global platform. It is perhaps the most global platform that we have as an organization serving the needs of our members around the world. What I'm sharing with you is a look at the platform from the perspective of member participation. And for those who are new to IEEE numbers, R0 represents Region 10, R8 represents Europe, Middle East, and Africa, R9 is Latin America. So as you can see, by the complexity of the different regions of the world we represent, Region 10, Asia Pacific, utilizes Collabratec more than any other region in the world. And then specifically, if we drill down within Region 10, we see that India is very well represented in the participation. So we know, based on activity on the platform, that members are already using Collabratec, and that India is very well represented in that use. So there's a tremendous foundation here already. You already have members from India using the platform. So we have something to offer to those members who are not using the platform. There's already an active network. They are there. They are engaging in discussion. They are commenting on articles. And I should also mention and really recognize that we have some incredible Collabratec ambassadors. And the most incredible Collabratec ambassadors are from India. And some of them may have joined us today. And they are there as well as a resource to all of you. So they are very knowledgeable of the platform. And perhaps one of the action items that can come out of this web call is for a list of all the ambassadors from India to be made available to everyone who's on this call. And they will be happy to help you, teach you how to use the platform in more detail, and provide an oversight that I don't have the time to today, but you can rely upon them to give you more information. I'd like to walk through some of the exclusive and premium services that are available just to IEEE members. You know, we are a professional society who serves the world. Our mission is to advance technology for humanity. We are also a membership organization. And I'm very pleased to report to you that Collabratec can serve both purposes. We can serve the larger community for individuals who may not be an IEEE member, but we can also serve individuals who are IEEE members. And Collabratec will automatically recognize one's status when they log in. And based on their status, whether they're a member or a non-member, it will present information differently and provide access to features and services accordingly. First and foremost, all members have a profile on Collabratec. And because Collabratec is integrated with many IEEE backend systems, including vTools, it's able to start personalizing the profile of that member. So for example, this is my profile on the right. You can see that there's a blue diamond there, and that blue diamond represents the fact that I'm a senior member. Most of you on this call, if you logged in, you would see a green diamond, and that represents the fact that you are a student member. Collabratec also recognizes that you're a volunteer. If that was the case, if I was a volunteer, I would have a small little V circle next to my name. And we're able to do this because of an integration with vTools and other systems. And this is why it's important to keep your vTools information current, because if you are a volunteer with the organization, that is automatically fed to Collabratec so that we can recognize you as a volunteer before the user base of Collabratec. Your profile also provides you the ability to download your membership card as well as your membership certificates. One of the more recent features of the platform is what we call the Section Gateway. This is listed under My IEEE, and I'll speak to that momentarily. What's important to know is this is a trusted network, and that because of the integration with the IEEE backend systems, we can verify the status of individuals, their membership status, and we can present that back to the larger network. And it requires no additional work of our members. It's automatically updated so that if you're a student member and you upgrade to membership grade, your information will automatically update in Collabratec. You do not need to do any extra effort. The feature that we launched back November that has been received with much praise is what we call the Section Gateway. And this is available through a button at the top called My IEEE. And what you're seeing here is how it presents to me. Because I'm in New Jersey and I belong to the section here locally, I will see my section information. Not only does it tell me the name of my section, and then with an arrow to the side that will link me to the section website, I also get an overview of some of the activities that are happening within the section. This information is updated automatically. And for example, on the events module, this is based on information that's fed into our IEEE conferences database, as well as vTools. So if you are organizing an event, if you use vTools to upload that event, that will automatically come in and present before the members within your section. We also provide an overview of the volunteer leadership within the section, new members who have joined the organization within the section, posting activity on Collabratec from members within the section. And what you can't see on this screenshot are badges that have been earned by members within your section. So this is a very, very nice and convenient overview for the members of IEEE when they log in to connect them with the great activities of their section. And this is important for students as well, because often what we find is students are aware that they belong to their student branch, but often what we find is they don't understand that they also belong to an IEEE section. So this is a great way to introduce students to the section they belong to, because many of them believe that their IEEE student branch is the extent of their IEEE experience. What we're able to do with Collabratec is show you actually belong to a larger organization, and we can connect you directly to those resources. Collabratec also provides one-stop access to the global IEEE member directory. This is a very powerful resource. And the reason we are able to provide this to you is because our members voluntarily opt in to participate in the member directory. Collabratec is GDPR compliant. Our membership directory is opt-in. The option to opt in is available to all members when they join and renew their membership. And I'm pleased to report that about 80% of our members participate in the directory. The membership directory allows you to filter on different criteria, and you'll see that navigation is offered in the left-hand side. So you can filter by your section, by membership grade, society affiliations, and this is all automatically updated real time. What we're finding is some of our members who are professionals who are seeking to become senior members use Collabratec to find references for their senior member applications. So they're able to come into the platform, find senior members from within their section, and then they message them directly inquiring on whether or not they'd like to help them as a reference to become a senior member. So there are many applications of how to use the member directory. And again, this is exclusively available to members when they log into the platform. If you were a non-member logging into the platform, you would not see that filter on the left-hand side, IEEE membership directory. So it automatically knows your membership status. And as I mentioned before, it shows to you features that are available to you based on your membership. Recognition is a very important part of being a member of IEEE. It's part of our mission as a professional society. And Collabratec allows you to download your certificates of membership. We have IEEE membership as well as society's membership. These certificates are professionally designed. They're personalized to each member. And the member can download these certificates and include it in their professional packages. And we often see members post them out on different social media sites. We also now offer badges. Badging was a pilot last year, and beginning this year, we rolled out a very comprehensive badging program. And badging recognizes your participation on Collabratec. So once you earn a badge, we have a very convenient tab. If you click that tab, it will list all the badges that you as a member have earned. Collabratec also provides exclusive communities for members. I've listed 3 there, the membership forum, Careers Connect, and if someone belongs to the belongs to an IEEE society, they have access to the All Society Technology Network community. We also provide our members expanded workplace privileges. Workspaces are available to both non-members and members. However, our members have more robust privileges. Members can own up to 30 workspaces, and each of those workspaces can have up to 300 participants. And what I have shared with you is the comparative numbers for non-members. So again, our goal here is to give our members as much resources, as much power as possible to connect and to form groups around special topics that they have a technical interest in, and be able to invite other members into those workspaces to collaborate around specific projects. Mentoring is also an opportunity through Collabratec. Individuals can go in and activate their mentor preferences. They do this through their profile. And also you can search for mentors on Collabratec. And how you search for them is you select the People tab on the top. There is a sub-menu underneath. One of them is IEEE Mentors. And if you click that tab, you'll be able to filter on the mentors who are on the platform. You can review the mentors. You can see if they match your interests, if you're interested in having a mentor. And then right from Collabratec, you can extend a network invitation to become a mentor. I'm going to have a few slides on the badge challenge. This is a very exciting activity underway, and I'm very pleased to report that there are many members from India who are participating in this challenge. It's been very exciting. Here is an overview of the badge challenge. It's a three-part series consisting of 3 different badges: the Discover badge, the Connect badge, and the Collaborate badge. And it's available to all engineering and technology professionals. The time frame for this badge challenge is all of 2020. We wanted to make it accessible and provide maximum flexibility for individuals, especially during this COVID-19 period. And badges recognize individuals who complete a set of tasks, and they go through a journey with clues. And upon completing those clues, they're automatically awarded the badge for their accomplishment. And there's fun prizes, there's random drawings, there's the ability to be recognized by having the badge on your profile. This has been very exciting. We see members sharing their badges out on social media, and they've received a lot of value from it. So very quickly, if you've never participated in the badge challenge, it's a series of tasks. You follow the set of clues. It will introduce you to different capabilities of Collabratec, as well as make you aware of the many resources that are available from IEEE. These badges can be shared on Collabratec, or they can be shared out to social media. And after earning the badges, participants can continue participating to accrue points. And right now, there's a leaderboard challenge underway for the IEEE Discover. And anyone on this call is welcome to participate in that. The Discover badge concluded 12 June. However, we continued with this leaderboard challenge, and anyone can actively participate in that right now. What's most important for us is the value that our members are receiving by participating in the badge challenge. And I've provided a few testimonials here. This is only a few testimonials. We have about 25. Excuse me. But what you can see is the members are valuing this challenge because it's introducing them to resources that they did not know existed before. And those resources may be from IEEE, but perhaps the more valuable resource is the resource of the network and the resource of members to each other. And what we're finding is members are discovering other members of IEEE that if it wasn't for this badge challenge, they would not have discovered before. So there's been a lot of gratification from the members. They're finding this experience very useful to them. And they're writing us and telling us their stories and how they're finding it valuable. Leaderboards are often published with the badge challenge, and I'm sharing 2 with you right now. One is the section leaderboard to the left, and the other is the individual participant leaderboard to the right. As you'll notice, India was very well represented. When we tallied the final badges for the Discover badge at the end of June, you can see how well India was represented. Now, you might notice that Gujarat stands out above many others, and let me explain how that happened. The Gujarat section organized across all their student branches within the section. They basically said we were going to make this a section-wide activity of all of our student branches in our section. And they did a fantastic job. They mobilized, they inspired all of their student branches to participate. And as a result of that, it produced this type of result. So what I will share with you is the ability to organize across all the student branches within a section. That's possible for any section. It was the Gujarat section that took that approach. And as you can see, it had the impact. When we look across the board, many sections worldwide participated. I was very pleased with the results. This was the first time we had launched a badge like this, so we weren't sure what to expect. And as you might imagine, we weren't sure what to expect during a COVID-19 pandemic, and our entire staff working remotely. So this was quite the feat to launch such a challenge during the circumstances of the pandemic, and I could not have been more pleased with the results. And the volunteers and members of India, you should be congratulated on the great turnout that you had. And we're anticipating that for the Connect badge, which will come out in either August or early September, that the response will probably be fivefold even higher. Now that people understand what the badge challenge is, we don't have that learning curve for the second time. You can still participate. The leaderboard, individual participation is underway, and that's an ability to continue contributing and earning points. And I look forward to seeing names from those who are on this webcast on this leaderboard. In fact, there may be a couple who are. To get started with the badge challenge, I would recommend that you go to the IEEE Badge Hub community on Collabratec, and that's where you can see the clues to get started, as well as announcements and leaderboard updates. So in summary, Collabratec is really the IEEE community. It works as a companion with many other social networks or professional networks out there. And it's really the only platform that unites us globally as a professional organization. It unites us locally, unites us by country, and provides an incredible resource. The entire IEEE member network is a resource to each other. As noted, non-members are welcome. If you have non-members at your student branch who may want to learn more about IEEE but who aren't ready yet to commit to become an IEEE member, Collabratec is a fantastic tool to introduce them to IEEE, and all they need is a Collabratec account. Here for your convenience, again, is the list of the exclusive premium services that are available to the members. And as mentioned before, the badging opportunities are available now to recognize members for their participation and contributions. This is my last slide. To provide additional support, there is a comprehensive user guide that's available for Collabratec, and we have an extraordinary team of IEEE Collabratec ambassadors and staff support. And again, I believe it'd probably be important for the attendees of this call to know who are the Collabratec ambassadors from India. They're an extraordinary group of individuals. They are very knowledgeable about Collabratec. And if there's times when I'm not available or the staff from headquarters aren't available to do webinars, they will be happy to do it. And they are just as knowledgeable about the Collabratec as I am. In fact, sometimes even more knowledgeable. So I encourage you to make that list of ambassadors who are from India and share that list out with everyone on the call. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I conclude my remarks.
Thank you, sir. That was indeed a very informative session. I'm sure IEEE members and IEEE volunteers and everybody who's on this webinar would definitely start looking into IEEE Collabratec after this.
Thank you.
Now, moving on, IEEE volunteer tools or the V tools is a software that provides wide range of tools that is developed by volunteers for IEEE members and IEEE volunteers. The toolbox simplifies organizational efforts and administration by offering web-based software to reduce time spent on managing local activities and to assist member development. To enlighten us more on V tools, we have Ms. Evil Tan, project manager at IEEE Pacific. Evil is a cheerful and analytic person with a master's degree from University of Hertfordshire in UK. She has a diverse professional experience in the sector of education, business, finance, exhibition, and international association. It is with great delight I call upon Ms. Evil Tan to continue with the session.
Thank you, Akila. Yes, so let me share my screen. Can you all hear me clearly?
Yes, ma'am, we can.
Okay, that's good. Okay, give me a moment. Let me share my screen. Sorry, the share screen button is not enabled for me. The share content button is currently not enabled for me.
Just a second, ma'am. Just
yes,
a second.
It's working now.
Okay.
That's great. So, okay, can you all see my screen in full slide?
Yes, ma'am, we can.
Okay, that's great. Okay, first of all, I would like to thank you for the kind introduction, and thank you, Dr. S.N. Singh, thank you, Dr. Punit, and Dr. Rajesri, and all the organizing committee of India Council Student Coordination team for having me in these sessions. I'm very pleased to have this opportunity to share with all of you about the volunteers tools. So the V stands for volunteers. So the volunteers tool will be very helpful for all the student volunteers leader to manage your student branch. So in today's sessions, I am going to cover all these 4 topics: the officer reporting for student branch, the student branch annual plan, student branch event reporting, as well as IEEE e-notice. All these tools are very essential and fundamental that will help your student branch to better manage and also service your local members. Okay, so just now Akila has introduced me very kindly. Just a brief introductions about myself. I'm doing volunteer support for the volunteers in Asia Pacific region. I'm working very closely with all our volunteers leaders. And I'm very happy that all our volunteers are very enthusiastic and dynamic. So I help them in organizing events, coordinate their projects, as well as organizing meeting, provide training support as well. So coming into V tools, I guess most of us would like to know who has access to the V tools. So on this slide, you will see that these are the IEEE officer position that has access to volunteers tools. For student branch, you will see that the key officers such as chair, vice chair, secretary, and treasurer will have the access to V tools with your IEEE account. So let us move into the student branch officer reporting. This is the submission link for the student branch officer reporting. Okay. So for student branch officer reporting, it is very important every time when you have a new officers that come in to serve your student branch, the secretary or the student branch chair shall report in the officer positions. This officer reporting support region, council, section, subsection, chapters, affinity group, as well as student branch. And once you update the officers to the officer reporting, it will also be updated to our IEEE database and also to the organizational roster. This system also helps to automatically validate the member grade, as well as to check whether the volunteers reside in your organizational unit. Okay, now let me bring you to the step-by-step how you can file the student branch officer reporting.
Hello, may I interrupt you?
Yes.
You're not full screen even.
Sorry?
Your presentation is not full screen, if I'm correct.
It's not full screen? Okay.
Yes.
Thanks for letting me know. Are you seeing a full screen now?
Yes. Thank you.
Okay, thanks for letting me know. Okay, so I'll continue here. So once you log in with your IEEE account, click on the Manage Officer button to view and report the officer of your organizational unit. All right. Next, this is the area where you can put in your organizational unit. What you need to do is to type in the keyword and you will see a list of matches shown to you. So select your organizational unit accordingly. And it will bring you to the next screen to list down all the officer position of your organizational unit. Let me give you an example. Let's say if you would like to report in a new newsletter editor, you just need to select this position and then click this orange button, Add Officer. Next, you will need to put in the membership number of the volunteers. So every time when you need to file in a new officer, you have to get his or her membership number so that you can file it for him or her. And then put in the start term date. Once you key in these two information and click the submit button, the system will validate whether this member is an active member and whether this member is reside in your organizational unit. So when it is okay, you will see a confirmation appear to you that this member can be the volunteers of your student branch. What if, let's say you want to file for an outgoing officer? What you need to do is to select that position. On this screen, you will see what master is being selected. So you select it and then click the End Term orange button. Next, you just need to put in the term end date for this position and then click the Submit button. You will receive a confirmation that this officer has been filed as an outgoing officer. So double check all your entries. It will be highlighted in yellow before you click the View and Confirm Pending Changes. Then you will see this screen as a confirmation. Click the Save button to confirm all the changes. And you will now receive an acknowledgement to say that thank you for your officer submissions. You will also receive an email with a copy of changes that you submitted. So maybe you have a questions to ask me. What if some of the positions appeared here that what if there is a position that you want to file is not appeared over here? So what you need to do is to click this Request a New Officer Positions, click this hyperlink, and then it will bring you to a form for you to request this new position to be added in under your student branch. All right, so this is a form that you need to submit. Our staff at the HQ level will take a look at your request and add this new position for you. Okay, so now let me move to the second tools, which is Student Branch Annual Plan. This is the submission link for the Student Branch Annual Plan. So before you file this Student Branch Annual Plan, let us have a better understanding what is the purpose for this plan. Basically, this Student Branch Annual Plan is to help you to keep track of your yearly activities and also to facilitate your future executive in their planning and also to record the financial statement. Therefore, it is very important that whenever your student branch do this annual plan, needs to involve your treasurer. All right. So in this annual plan, it will include the details such as branch operation, funding, plan activities, and goals. Do remember the due date for this student branch annual plan. It is on or before 1st of February every year. Okay, it is important to remember this due date and submit before this deadline. So now let me show you how you can file this student branch annual plan. Log in with your IEEE account, sign in from here. Next, it will bring you to the screen where you will see New Plan, Save Plans, and Submitted Plan. New plan is to open out a new plan form for you to fill in your annual plan. Save plan is basically that you have filled you or your one of your officer from your student branch has entered the plan and save it under this category, but it's not yet submitted. Submitted plan means that the plan has already been submitted to our IEEE student services. Okay. Now let me show you how you can fill in a new plan. So basically, when you click on the new plan, you will see these are the forms that you need to fill in. The asterisk marks are the compulsory field that you need to fill in. And if you have any question or if you need additional help, you just need to click on this question mark. It will actually hover your cursor to this question mark and it will actually helps you, give you some hints how you can fill in this detail. All right. So the reporting year is by default. It will be appeared to you, so you do not have to enter anything. Okay, in this screenshot is 2018, but you will see it will be 2021 when you go to this link. All right. The student branch code /name, this part, it will be automatically appeared as soon as you log in. For example, if you are a student branch of Singapore National University, student branch chair of Singapore National University, you will see that once you log in, your student branch name will appear over here. Okay. Next, once you fill in all the details, your details of your annual plans and so on, you can save it under this part. And then your student branch counselor or secretary, they can log in as well to see what you have entered. So they can double check, they can edit the plan, or they can even delete the plan. Okay, so all your student branch officers are able to log into this platform to see what are the plans that you have just entered and then double check the entry or enter those information that has not been filled. If everything is okay, you just need to click on it and submit the button. So it will be appeared here under the submitted plans. So if let's say you want to search for the submitted plan, it's pretty easy. You can search by school name, you can search by school year or the submitted date. You can view this plan in PDF format or HTML format. All right. You can also take a look at the example of other student branch, how they fill in their plans. Okay, so why do we encourage you to submit your student branch plan? We have explained earlier, the objective is to make sure that your student branch has a goal and know what you want to do for the upcoming year. So in order to encourage the student branch to fill in this form, IEEE is giving out incentive allotment of $100 if let's say your student branch have more than 50 members. If let's say your student branch has fewer than 50 members, you will receive a $50 incentive allotment. In addition, there will also be an incentive rebate, which is $2 per student or graduate student member, based on the membership statistic as of 31st December of the previous year. Here, I would like to recommend that all the student branch, when you do your student branch annual plan, please do engage your local section. At the section level, there is this position called Section Student Activity Committee Chair. So this Section Student Activity Committee Chair is basically help to coordinate the student branch activities. And this position is very knowledgeable. They know a lot of student services, tools, and information as well. So you can engage your section student activity committee chairs to help you with your student branch annual plan. Okay. The third tool that I would like to share with you is the student branch event reporting. Okay, here is the link for you to go to the student branch event reporting. Okay, so IEEE requires student branch to organize at least 3 meetings and maintain a minimum of 10 student or graduate student members. Okay, this is very important. Actually, we have a lot of student branch organize more than this number, but this is a minimum requirements in order to make sure that your student branch try to keep your student branch active and vibrant. Here, we would like to encourage all the student branch to submit your event reporting before the event. The reason is because you can make use of these V tools to promote your local event. Okay, you can see over here, point number 3, feature of event and e-notice integration. E-notice is basically the next tools that I want to introduce to all of you. E-notice is a tool where you can broadcast event, promote your event to your local members. So V2's events and V2's e-notice, there is an integration. Okay, later on, I will show you how you can make use of this function. Okay, so when you log into this link, event.v2s.ieee.org with your IEEE account, click on this event/report administrations on the third from the menu bar. Once you click on it, they will give you 2 options, schedule a new event or file a report for a past event. So here, I would like to share with you how you can schedule a new event. Click on this selection, then it will bring you to the form to fill in as well. Okay, this form includes details of your event, the host, the location, registration, speakers, as well as reports and attendance. So each section will open at a time for you to fill in. Okay, let's say we want to fill in the details of the event. Okay, you just need to fill in the title, the descriptions, as well as those agenda if you have. Okay, so fill in the information accordingly. This keyword is to help our members to find your event. So you can type in the keyword over here of your event that will be helpful for the members to search for your event. Next, the organizational unit. This is actually arranged in a hierarchy order. It starts from region, followed by council, and then sections. And your student branch will be fall under your section. So when you file this student branch event reporting, you will need to know who is your parent sections. Okay, so that you can find your organizational unit more faster by clicking this child OU. Okay. Next, the locations of your event. Okay, remember the city is under the asterisk point, so you have to fill in the city. This is important because this entry will actually generate your events on the map that is shown earlier. Remember, when you log into the student branch event reporting, you will see there is a map over here. So if you put in the city of your event will be appeared on the map as well. Okay. So next, registrations. If let's say you would like to make use of V2s to help you to take in registration, you can do so by selecting standards. So this V2 can help you to take in registration for your event as well. If you prefer to use an external link, you can click the external options, or if let's say you do not wish your event does not require any registration, you just need to select none. All right. Okay. So once you fill in all the detail, you will see that your event is published on the student branch event reporting, and it will be visible to our members as well. They can search for your event. All right. So this part is after your event is completed, you know the attendees numbers, okay, the attendance number. You just need to key in how many IEEE members has attended your event or how many non-IEEE members attend your event. Fill in the number accordingly and click the Save and Publish button. Once you click on that, it means that these events has been successfully filed to the IEEE system. Okay, so this is one of the compulsory field that you need to fill in once your event is completed. Okay, just now I mentioned about there's an integration between V2's event and V2's e-notice. So when your event is already filed over here, you will see that it's being published. You can click on create e-notice from event to link it directly to e-notice. Then you can broadcast it to your local members, encourage them to join your event. Okay, so this is an integration and it's very user-friendly and useful. You do not have to retype everything again. You just need to select these options. Okay, so the last tools that I would like to share with you is this e-notice. I believe every time when your student branch organize event and meeting or activities, the ultimate goal is to encourage your student members to join. So make use of this portal to blast out your event. Okay, so why do we want to encourage you to use e-notice is that e-notice is comply to GDPR. GDPR stands for General Data Protection Regulation. Okay, nowadays all the organizations or all the companies, they are very, very much concerned about privacy data, personal data, and etc. Okay, data is they want to protect it very much, especially the individual's personal informations. So if you use e-notice, you do not have to worry because it is compliant to the Data Protection Act as well as member communication preference. Okay, you can also make use of e-notice to send reminder to your attendees. You can attach like brochure or flyers of your event. You can also personalize your message as well. So this is actually very useful. Okay, now let me show you how you can file V2's e-notice. So basically the key officers, like I mentioned earlier, the chair, the secretary, the student branch counselor, you can log in with your IEEE account and then fill in the information accordingly. It's very simple. Okay, the basic info here, like the subject header, the priority level of your e-notice, the date that you want to push out the e-notice. Here, I would like to highlight what does send express means. Send express is basically when you have a request that you want to push out urgently on the same day when you file this e-notice. Usually, if let's say this e-notice is eligible for you to send out on the same day, it usually will be pushed out within 2 hours after you have filed the request. However, in order to have this send express enabled for you, you need to fulfill 2 criteria. What are the 2 criteria? The 2 criteria, you can see the tips over here. These 2 fields needs to be left empty. Schedule reminder and special request. You can see a schedule reminder over here. So if let's say this e-notice does not require a reminder to be sent out, you can leave it empty. The special request is at the bottom of the form. So if let's say these 2 fields are being left as empty, it means that it does not require staff to process it and you are able to push out on the same day. However, if you fill in the dates over here or you type in some special request for this e-notice request, our staff will have to take a look and handle it in a special way. So your request will be handled on the next working days. It will not be able to push out immediately. All right. So this is the part where you need to select your organizational unit because this is where the target audience will receive your e-notice. You can also select the membership grade. For example, if let's say this e-notice is target to students member, you can tick student member. Or if let's say this e-notice is target to senior member, you can select senior member. Okay. Next, this is the this is where you shall put in your email address, the reply to as well. Okay, remember for this part you will need to have the IEEE email alias. Okay. Here you can type in the message that you want to share with your members. And you are able to do font formatting as well over here. You can see there is a personalization over here. This is for you to select like the recipient's name. Okay, so the system is actually very good that they can actually capture the individual recipient names. Here is for you to put in the attachment file. And this is the special request that I have mentioned earlier. If you leave it empty as well as the schedule reminder, then this request will be able to send it out on the same day, which the Send Express button will be enabled for you. Okay? So once you have filled in everything, you can double check and preview it and click the confirm button. So once you click the confirm button, it means that this e-notice will be submitted and your recipient will receive your e-notice. Okay, so that's actually all my presentation about V-Tools. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. I will be very happy to assist you. I hope you will find this tool very useful for you to help you better manage your student branch. Thank you. I'll pass it back to the organizer.
Thank you, ma'am, for that insightful talk. Now we have a Q&A session. So if anybody has any questions, they can post in the chat, in the Q&A chat box. Yeah, ma'am, one question is that they're asking if can normal student member log into V-Tools in case he or she is not having any members, any officer position?
The answer is no. It has to be a volunteer in order to log into the system. So it means that the student branch chair, student branch vice chair, and the student branch counselor will have the access to V-Tools only.
Okay. Okay, ma'am. Another question is that generally, what is the time taken to create a position in V-Tools?
Okay, so if let's say your student branch chair found the officer positions for you to the V-Tools, by the next working days, it will be appeared in the IEEE system and the roster. The next working days.
Okay. There is one question. A person is saying that he has tried numerous times, but he's not able to request new officer position for SB and SB chapters. Why is that happening?
May I ask if this volunteer that requests for the new position, is he using the form that I mentioned earlier?
He is using.
He is using the form. Okay, I can give you my email address. You can reach out to me. I will follow out your questions. We will need to double check your request and I will follow it out for you with my team in the US.
I hope that doubt is clarified for the person. Yeah, moving on to next question.
He is using
There's a person who's asking,
okay,
is there need to make elections for
address.
president in V-Tools when affinity group is newly created?
Your questions. We will need to double check your request. Yes, usually the officers needs to be elected with by the organizational unit. So once the officers is being selected to serve your organizational unit, so the officers will be able to log into the V2 and file the officer positions.
Is there need to make elections for president in V-Tools when affinity group is newly created? Saying how to report events co-organized by
yes, usually the officers needs to be elected by the organizational unit.
But there's no option to add
once the
co-organizers.
officers is being selected to serve your organizational unit, so the organizer is a new officer position. So you will have to select the request a new position on the left-hand side, that hyperlink, in order to make a special request for this new position to be added into the system.
Co-organized by multiple OUs. We can only add
Another question
organizers,
for you
but
is
there's
that
no
can
option
we
to
send
add co-organizers.
e-notice to whole session for
I
student
see.
branch
So this
activities?
co-organizer is a new officer position.
Sorry, Akila.
So you will
do you
have
mind
to
to repeat
select
these
the
questions
a
again?
new position on the
One
left-hand
person is
side,
asking
that
that can they
hyperlink,
send
in
an
order to
e-notice
make a
to the
special
whole
request for
section
this new
for a
position to
student
be
branch
added into the
activity?
system? The answer is no. If you want to send the student
Another
branch
question
activities
for
to
you
all
is
the
that
members in
can
the
we send
section, you will
e-notice
require
to
your section
whole
chair
session
approval.
for
Only the
student branch
section
activities?
chair has the authority to blast it out to all the members
Sorry,
under the
Akila.
sections.
Do you mind to repeat these questions again?
One person is asking that can
there
they
is a
send
question
an
for,
e-notice to the whole section for a student branch
what is the step
activity?
to form a group like
The
WhatsApp
answer is
over
no.
IEEE
If you want
Collabratec?
to
Can
send the
we do
student
that?
branch activities to all the
I'm
members
sorry,
in the
there was a slight
section, you will
breakup in the
require your
question. Can you
section
ask it
chair
again?
approval. Only the section chair
What
has
is
the
what are the
authority to
steps
blast
to
it out
form
to
a
all
group
the
like
members under the
WhatsApp over
sections.
IEEE Collabratec?